Welcome to Beauty and the Biz. Discover how to grow your practice with effective cosmetic patient attraction, conversion, and retention advice from author, speaker, trainer, and cosmetic practice business and marketing coach, Catherine Maley, MBA.
Hello and welcome to Beauty and the Biz, where we talk about the business and marketing side of plastic surgery. I'm your host, Catherine Maley, author of Your Aesthetic Practice, What Your Patients Are Saying, as well as consultant to plastic surgeons to get them more patients and profits. Today, I want to talk about selling the invisible, the 4 key elements needed. Because as a plastic surgeon, you're really in a tough position when it comes to promoting the invisible because your surgical services are intangible. Prospective patients can't see, touch, and feel your product. So that makes it difficult for them to decipher the quality of work that they're going to pay for. Now that's a big reason it's so difficult for them to decide on you versus anyone else. There's nothing tangible for them to compare. Cosmetic patients also have to get past the fear of uncertainty and regret. I mean, let's face it, once they have a cosmetic surgical procedure performed, it can't be undone or returned. So they're hesitating out of fear because of that. So why wouldn't a cosmetic patient choose you over others? The reality is cosmetic patients choose you for so much more than just your medical degrees. So here are 4 key elements needed to promote cosmetic surgery procedures, and they all start with P to help keep it simple. So the first one is product. Because your cosmetic services are invisible and they don't provide prospective patients with visual clues about function, performance, and benefits, you have to be creative. The way to win over your competitors is to help patients understand what the procedure entails and its value to them. You win over patients by educating them. So for example, the procedure description should clearly state what the procedure is, as in what problems it addresses and how you uniquely solve those problems, why the procedure is important by explaining what noticeable improvements it makes, the benefits of the procedure, such as they're going to look great and feel good, and then the deliverables are what the patient can expect in terms of the journey before, during, and after. So you could easily do a video on that, like a surgical patient journey. This is what happens when you visit us for the consult. This is what happens at the pre-op consult. This is what happens when you're there the day of surgery, and so on. Now, there is so much technology available today to help you illustrate your services as well as educate these consumers so they're better able to make a decision. So I highly recommend using them. If you're an artist, a lot of you do art, if you can draw what you're trying to explain, or if you can print out their photos from computer imaging and write on them, or if you can use some of the technologies that visually show what you're trying to explain, that'll go a really long way. Now the next one is personality. So like it or not, thanks to the transparency of the internet and social media, this has become a personality contest. Now prospective patients want to know you as a surgeon, but also as a person. Now they bond with you by feeling as if they know you through your photos and videos online. They want to see you as a multifaceted individual, not just as a surgeon, but they also want to see you as a dad or a spouse or a speaker or a gardener or a cook or whatever else you're willing to share. So the prospective patients feel comfortable enough to book the consultation. By the way, if you think about it, your personality is your differentiator since nobody else is like you. So I highly recommend using that to separate you from the herd. Now, the next P is processes. Professionally trained staff and well-defined processes ensure that your services are provided in a consistent manner. And consistent service tells the patient you're a quality practice they can count on to give them predictable service in a specific way for a great result. A practice following consistent procedural protocols that run smoothly is perceived as a sign of quality and cannot be taken lightly. I have to tell you, as a cosmetic patient, when I walk into a practice, I can feel it. If they are a well-oiled machine or a Swiss Army knife, or if they are just bumbling through it and nobody knows what's going on. This really shows the sign of quality when you have your act together. And then lastly, we've got physical evidence. Now, the last P deals with anything tangible or visual. That includes your before and after photos, your reviews and patient testimonials. By the way, I highly recommend you put them on an iPad and hand it to the patient so they can touch and feel your social proof. But it goes beyond that. It goes to your image, and that means every detail, such as the lobby of your building, the location, the furniture, the marketing materials, hair, shoes, jewelry, clothes of you and your staff, and it goes on and on. It's all these details that distinguish you and help position you as the best service provider. And I have to tell you, details really count, because while you see your practice every day and you may not notice, visiting patients who have never seen you before, they're looking for clues as to why to literally say no to you, because they have so much choice. Rather than choosing you, oftentimes it's the other way around. They're just trying to delete people from the choice that they have, and then hopefully they end up with the right provider. So please, details really count in all of this. So to recap, the 4 key elements needed to promote cosmetic surgical procedures are product, personality, processes, and then the physical evidence. If you need help with this, please, let's do a free 30-minute strategy call. You can schedule from my website at CatherineMaley.com. I know this one was short and sweet. I hope you appreciated it. Please subscribe to Beauty and the Biz if you haven't already, because they come out weekly and I don't want you to miss any episodes. And please share this with your colleagues and or staff to help grow the message. And then if you've got any feedback for me, or you do want to talk to me, please leave me a message at CatherineMaley.com, or feel free to DM me at Instagram at CatherineMaleyMBA. Thanks so much, and we'll talk again soon.
We hope you found valuable insight on this episode of Beauty and the Biz. For more episodes, tools, and Catherine's free book, visit www.CatherineMaley.com. That's www.CatherineMaley.com. And be sure to subscribe to get the latest practice building strategies delivered to you. And don't forget to share this Beauty and the Biz podcast with your staff and colleagues.